Hey guys, welcome back to Endeavor. Apparently it's next year. You'll get that if you saw last week's video. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about working from either an inside 2-on-1 or even just a pummeling position, and then essentially establishing an arm drag. So we refer 9 times out of, well, not 9 times out of 10, but depending on what program you're from Krav Maga, we talk a lot about live side, dead side stuff. So inside of his elbows is considered live side, getting outside of his elbows is considered dead side. So if I'm in a pummeling position on live side, I always want to be working my way outside the elbows. Right? I say always, but in most cases I want to be working my way outside elbows. Maybe there's some reasons I stay inside from a self-defense standpoint. But so one of the things that we're going to work on is establishing wrist control and then going and actually turning this into an arm bar. So let's say I'm in this pummeling position. From here, what I'm going to do is, keeping my hand in nice and tight, I'm going to get this kind of C grip right into here. So thumb is just kind of moved in. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to push it back and get a hold of the wrist. So even if he's giving me some decent pressure up, I can kind of push that elbow down and I can re-grip and get nice and deep here. So I'm getting a hold of his wrist. Now this far side hand, again, I'm keeping heavy head pressure, always, always, always. This far side hand is going to reach down underneath, get this grip on the elbow, push, and now I can do one of two things. I can turn it into a legitimate arm drag where I pull off to the outside and move, or I can turn it into a big hip swing, or a big arm swing rather. So right in from this position, I'm going to switch, bring in this shoulder to this shoulder, throw the arm out, take out my outside 2-on-1 from here, and then I can put myself on there, right? So again, basically in from this pummeling position, I can push down to get a little bit of grip here, get a hold of the wrist. Once I get a hold of the wrist and have a legitimate firm control of the wrist, right into here, again, I'm heavy pressure with the head. If I don't go heavy pressure with the head and I bring this over here and I move slow, he can take my back, right, which is no good. So as I'm into here, heavy pressure with the head, good position here, and then I gotta move pretty quick. So I come across, I get a hold of the elbow, I can again go basic arm drag and pull to here, or I can turn it into kind of a more gross motor, big arm swing, where I'm bringing the whole entire thing to the outside. If you happen to end up, and let's say, you know, knife defense, stick defense, whatever, from this position, again, I can get in nice and tight here, get control of the underhook, get control of the wrist, push myself into there and get that same exact position. So what we're looking for is basic wrist control of the hand and then coming inside from the elbow. I hit this all the time grappling, whether we're upstairs doing BJJ, whether we're down here doing hand fighting, wrestling drills. This can be utilized to transition from that live side to dead side, depending on what the issue is, right? So maybe he comes across and he's trying to grab on. If I have a knife on, I carry a centerline knife. He goes grab on, he's trying to get the knife. I can get a hold of the arm, pass it to the outside, and go from there. But it can be relatively effective. So one of the other things, and actually we worked on this down in Charlotte, another way you guys can set this up is if we go actually off of pummeling, right? So he's sliding his hand in, I'm sliding my hand in, and we're going. As we go to make this transition, all I'm going to do is step out a little bit further, over-exaggerate this little step out to get to here. I can get to that wrist nice and easily. Then I can come across, grab the arm, before my arm drag get to the outside. That's a nice easy setup for there. So something to play around with, hitting that far side arm drag, right, when he's got the underhook and I've got the overhook, right, playing around with it. And again, however you want to set it up is however you want to set it up. It's something you guys can tinker with. I can come into here and make it a nice swift arm drag. I can turn it into a big arm swing. I might get, if I'm pressing it down, I might just get 2 hands on and then go arm swing from here and move to the outside. But again, something to tinker with, throw in, practice, drill, touch up, put it to the test, see what you guys think. We'll see you next time.